This video is going to walk through how you can create menus and begin to work on the navigation for your website. So in order to do that, I've popped open my customizer in a new tab, and I'm going to drop down to where it says menus. Now, a couple of tips for you before I do that. I would really advise that before you get online and start adding pages and posts and creating those into your menu, that you've kind of sketched out or wireframed how you want your site navigation to work. So before you get to the actual stage of working in WordPress, make sure you know what are some content pages that I want to have in my menu navigation. Second of all, have an idea of what your home page is going to be. Is that going to be a static page, or are you going to have your most recent posts? And have those things done before you begin designing your menu. Okay, so just for a quick reminder for you, I am using the Eden theme, and so your menus might work differently. For this one, I have two menus, a primary menu and a secondary menu. If you have a primary and secondary menu, I like to think of my primary as items that people are going to use very frequently. So that would be the kind of the heart of my navigation. I would think of my secondary as kind of the framework pieces. So I would have more of my stationary items that are people might not hit that often on there. And in Eden, I have a third menu, which is my social media menu, and I have the option for a footer 3 menu widget down there. So mainly we're going to work here and then these two menus up here. So to give you a little navigation, this is a list of all the menus that I've created. I can have multiple menus, but I can't use multiple ones. So note that this gives you an idea. This is my secondary menu, this is my primary menu, this is my footer menu. I can also access that by going into menu locations, and here I have it again. My primary menu, my secondary, and my footer. So to edit that, I go ahead and click Edit Menu, and then I can start adding items to my menu and reordering them within this lineup. This reads from left to right, top to bottom. So if I want to go ahead and make some adjustments to this, I will go ahead and do that. I'm going to actually have home be one of my items up here, not on my primary menu, so I'm going to delete that. I just click remove. Same thing with my about and my contact. Now what I do want to have here is my portfolio items that will show prospective employers, like a portfolio of my work, my book, if you will, and some key documents within that. So I'm going to go ahead and add some items. So in this, I have the option of adding custom links. So this would be putting in a URL, putting in link text to that, adding it to my menu. I have pages. I can access pages that already exist, or I can add new pages. Same thing with posts, testimonials. You have categories. So categories would be if I have many different samples of something. So writing is a very good example of a possible category, because I could just tag everything writing and add all of my different writing pieces under categories. And I can also use tags. So I'm going to use my wireframe sketch and start adding in some content for this part of my document. So I'm going to have pages, and I want to add a visual branding section. So I'm going to click Add. So that page didn't exist. I just added and created it. Go ahead and save and publish. And when I pop over to Demo Page, so I'm popping over to my pages section, there is my visual branding. And so I can go in there, edit that page, put content on it. So I'm actually able to create pages over here in this section. I'm going to add some more content to here. So let's say I want to have categories, I want to add my writing. So the way this works is my visual branding page is just in fact that, it's a page. Page is a single item of information. Writing is going to be a category. So I have some things in here already. These are items that I've tagged as writing, and I'll show you what that looks like over in the posts page. So that would just allow me to collect all my different writing sample. And then I have a social media post that I could just pop in social media. So let's go back over to our dashboard, and we're going to go into blog posts. So there's that social media page. And here's one of those writing samples. And this is where I've just tagged that as writing. And so anything that I create and add the category of writing will appear. And again, that's a great way to kind of gather up all of your writing into kind of one page and make it easier for you to edit and access. Okay, and so let's go back to our home page. So you can see there's our primary menu, and this is secondary menu, and I might need to make some edits to this. My home page and that custom link are the same thing. I just wanted to show you that whether you set it as your home page or if you set it as a URL, it goes to the same place. There's my LinkedIn profile, and I've just made sure that I've copied not my LinkedIn feed, but my actual LinkedIn URL. I'm going to delete this because this content has all moved down to my primary. I'm going to keep that custom link. I'm going to add some items, and we're going to add a contact page. And again, if I want to name this menu something else, so this would be our standing items. And I can reorder these, so if I want my about information to be right next to my home page, that'll be there. Move my contact information up, save that. So the last menu we have to work with is our social media menu. And social media menus are all added with custom links. So I click Add Items, Custom Links, and I just have the URLs to all of the different types of social media. And it automatically pops in those little icons for you. So you just need to copy the correct URL and it places that in there. And so that is a quick look at your menus and how you edit and change those menu items.